100,000 downloads a day or whatever. Let's hear a little bit from the Velvet Sundown.
Nice try, Uncle Steve.
It works. It's very, very, very effective. But she will pay for it.
And is there an API?
Yeah, and when he speaks, people listen.
I want to answer this person in the back. I don't know, I've never seen him here before. Perhaps you'll have Albert Baldwin. I don't know. He's like saying people, I'm saying we don't care about fucking Twitter. We're talking about the real world. He said that's not necessarily true. Less people equals less accuracy. The cuts they cut could be to peripheral or extraneous roles. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and its National Weather Service experienced significant, if you don't know what that word is, we'll wait while you look up in the dictionary. Thank you a minute. Staff reductions, including cuts to meteorologists, hydrologists, physical scientists, and electronic technicians. These cuts, part of broader federal workforce reductions, affected various levels of staff, including probationary employees and those in key roles like those at the National Hurricane Center. So, you need meteorologists because they specialize in hurricane forecasting, those positions were impacted. Hydrologists, they focus on water resources and flood forecasting. So, obviously, those were not extraneous roles. Physical scientists, those positions are related to atmospheric and oceanic research, were reduced. Electronic technicians, they maintain critical equipment like next-red radar systems. Yeah, extraneous positions. Sounds extraneous to me, right? Right.
Those are the things I used to work on when I was at the train conference.
Oh, there you go. Time you back.
Yeah, okay. I was busy.
Thank you for, because I need your expertise here. But I just wanted to add a couple of things, but I have the clip queued up. But I do want to say, and because someone said, well, we shouldn't make this political. The affected area, there's a massive emergency response, 14 helicopters, drones, hundreds of personnel employed by Texas Division of Emergency Management. 237 have been evacuated, rescued, including 167 by helicopter, and a state of emergency was declared in several counties. President Trump pledged federal support, stating, "We'll take care of them." I just wanted to add that.
I wanna help our friend in the back again. I know exactly what extraneous means. I deal with words. It's what I do all day. It means irrelevant or unrelated to the subject being dealt with. So I don't think meteorologists and all those positions that I pointed out are unrelated or irrelevant in this discussion. Continue, Sam.
No, I was just saying, did Trump say we'll take care of them when California was being devastated by fires? I don't think so. But Ty, I'm about to play this clip from Jonathan, John Morales. He's a meteorologist in South Florida. I mentioned him.
Oh, yeah.
Ron has mentioned him before. This is a clip from 3 weeks ago. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear.
He's been a voice of calm and storm for years. It's coming straight to us. Now the NBC6 meteorologist is going viral for a different kind of forecast.
Remember that? It was about 6 years ago, unfortunately. I went on TV and I told you, it's going to turn. You don't need to worry. It is going to turn. To tell you that I am not sure I can influence you.
His warning at the start of this year's hurricane season is sobering. He says that slashing federal funding within national climate circles will impact this year's weather forecast nationwide.
Because of the cuts. Last panel attack on science. We may be flying blind. We may not exactly know how strong a hurricane is before it reaches the climb.
emergency or DOGE, the Trump administration's cuts to NOAA and the National Weather Service making headlines this spring. According to NBC News reporting, several key sites have now reduced or suspended weather balloon launches critical for severe weather forecasting, while the National Weather Service now down almost 600 workers after layoffs and buyouts. The cuts prompted 5 former heads of the National Weather Service to write an open letter saying, quote, "Our worst nightmare is that weather forecast offices will be so understaffed there will be needless loss of life."
It is absolutely public safety. Remember, it is a not be a political issue. We have to be able to identify it, forecast it, and provide that information to people so that they can see options as the same.
Responding to concern, the National Weather Service tells NBC News they're now hiring more than 100 people to, quote, "stabilize operations across the country." And the Trump administration claims the agency will have enough resources, despite criticism otherwise.
Are free that with the forecasting circumstances. Am I going to let public safety forecasting be optional?
As NBC News meteorologist Chase Kane reported last week, a new bill recently introduced in Congress would protect weather service workers from future federal budget cuts and classify them as critical to public safety. Last October, Hurricane Milton exploded in size from a late tropical storm to a deadly Cat 5 in just 24 hours. Morales has been famously emotional for what the storm's rapid intensification would mean for human lives. Heading in an article, Am I Worried? You bet I am. Warning that erratic weather from climate change is on a collision course with a slashed forecasting industry. Zapara, NBC News.
The fact that that man came out of his mouth and said, "Here's what we stand," I just had to look at that.
Well, it's how you see it, Ty. I mean, technically speaking.
Right, because I work, on the ground. When you see some, because it's not the management that's saying what police have, because they have to answer in incredibly difficult situations, because they got to answer for every fucking thing, and you just can't, and they know it. But they're under so much immense pressure. My manager's like, we understand the short staff and all the things, but just have a situation that I can answer to every 8 o'clock point. You say, why does it get done? And why does they get done? Like, pictures, nobody made. How about that?
Well, we were told that the staff cuts, the cuts towards NOAA wasn't towards staff, it was critical equipment. So that's why the budget cuts were coming from there, which then, I can tell that was grossly not the case. And go from there. It's just so much miscommunication, but, again, we're going to have an administration that's going to not take any responsibility and then just name the organization it cuts off because apparently it's just easier that way. It's not my actions that got us in trouble. It's, the people who would gut it. Like Tyson.
Well, I can tell you, February 27th, by executive order, Trump, he had over 2,000 NOAA employees, which is approximately 20 to 7% of staff, were either terminated, often buyouts, or fired from NOAA. So that's 20 to 27% of the total staff. I don't know if that had anything to do with this situation, but to think that that's not going to impact any upcoming potential weather tragedies, people spoke to that thing.
Yeah, that makes sense now, because it makes sense now our unions were able to get the politicians to reverse their things when it comes to federal employment, because you see how DHS and others are quote unquote they're no longer unionized, but this shit would be even more exacerbated without the kid.
but why are we surprised? I told you guys, not you, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
Yeah, 86, I mean, they tell you, I mean, they don't even hide it. On Project 2025, page 624, there's a whole paragraph devoted to NOA and the list, and they state right there, the last line of that paragraph, saying they're gonna defund, and, what's the other word I said, I'm drawing right now? Defund and, I forgot the other word, NOA, and it's right there.
That is not easy.
Jason, I know the sergeant with the sheriff's office.
That is already, don't come up and tell us who likes it. I think it's control one, I think it's control one for our records. We obviously can't be who we really is. Sort of like the people that wear masks over their face to do the job, you know, when they can't wear a mask, they say, yeah, that's
So, you have full First Amendment rights. Great stuff from there. Everything, I can't speak for the town.
That was about when they couldn't wear their mask during COVID when they get off.
well, they love it during this stuff. You can catch them down. Don't they call them gators? Did you hear about that? They all up in that hill. You won't see them down. Right, somebody, I forget who it was, here last night saying, people in their family were saying, was it Dr. Trump? People weren't lost their jobs because they didn't wear masks. Oh, now we can go in for 10 hours. Yeah. That part.
There's some serious devastation going on in Mexico. This cartel gang, I'm assuming it's in the El Chapo too. All that stuff that they, I guess there's a link in the chat, but there's some clear groups.
I don't know, I couldn't even see myself. I tried to imagine being married to one of the senators.
Yeah, I forgot to